The deadly brain disease CTE can begin in children who suffer head injuries and concussions while playing youth football. That's why protecting the heads of young children and players is so crucial. But many of the helmets these children wear are actually making them more vulnerable to this danger. Tonight on Spotlight on America takes us inside the country's leading helmet lab to meet the man who uncovered this hidden hazard, which just led to passing America's first youth helmet standards.
3
At Virginia Tech,
2
football helmets
1.
are battered by mechanical rams and
Ready?
dropped in hard landings.
We've done thousands and thousands of head impacts.
This is the Helmet Lab.
We built this whole system.
Steve Rosen, who has a PhD in biomedical engineering, is the director.
Just do it.
Here, Rosen and his team reproduce real-life blows on the field
We're simulating a helmet-to-helmet impact.
to gather data and rate the helmets for how well they perform in protecting players from violent blows and concussions. For years, we've documented the dangers of repeated concussive blows to the head that can lead to chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, a brain disease that has claimed countless lives, including hundreds of NFL players who had CTE when they died. At the Helmet Lab, repeated impacts allow Rosen and his team to rate the helmets in a 5-star safety system.
So the ultimate is a 5-star.
Right.
And competition for that coveted 5-star status has been a game changer, producing much safer helmets that are now protecting players across America.
Better now than ever.
Beginning in 2011, Rosen turned his attention to youth football, noting unique and disturbing dangers faced by pre-high school players who take the field. At the lab, Rosen showed me how sensors, called accelerometers, inside youth football helmets gathered real-time data.
You're getting boom,
Right.
boom.
We'd measure skull acceleration.
It led to a startling conclusion. In this study of youth concussion risks that Dr. Rosen co-authored and published in 2019, it states children are more vulnerable to brain injury than adults because they have differences in tolerance to concussion.
A college football player, typical concussion at the time was around 100 Gs. What we were seeing in the youth football players was about 60 Gs. So it's 40% less.
Just as surprising, Rosen says, is another vulnerability of children, caused by their head-to-body ratio.
They have a bigger head and weaker neck.
That weakness, Rosen says, causes young players to be susceptible to head injuries, not just from helmet-to-helmet hits, but from impacts with the turf.
So your body hits the ground and then your head follows through.
And a heavy helmet that protects older players, Rosen and his team discovered, actually contributes to concussions by accelerating the forces in those ground impacts.
You've got a bobblehead doll effect.
Dr. Robert Cantu, a renowned neurosurgeon, is one of the country's leading experts on sports injuries and co-founder of the CTE Center in Boston with Dr. Ann McKee. He's also the vice president of the National Operating Committee on Standards for Athletic Equipment, or NOCSE, which for the first time this year passed standards for youth helmets, including a critical weight limit. Right now, youth helmets can weigh up to 4.5 pounds, but beginning in 2027, under the new standards, youth helmets can weigh no more than 3.5 pounds. While Dr. Cantu makes it clear the new standards won't eliminate all dangers on the gridiron, he believes these lighter helmets will make the game safer for young players.
I'm confident that the helmet and the specifications for the youth football helmet that NOCSE's put forward will decrease the risk for our youth from taking hits to the head.
Back at Virginia Tech's Helmet Lab, Rosen and his team are proud of their pivotal role in detecting dangers and providing better protections for children who play the game.
These helmets are doing a better job at reducing the forces across every head impact that you're seeing.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Dwayne Pullman.